Welcome to LiciaToday. So if you guys are interested in seeing how you can use your laser engraver to put your business logos on different type of packaging materials, stay tuned. So in this video, I'll show you guys how you can laser engrave on some tissue paper, a white envelope, a manila envelope, a craft paper envelope, and a corrugated cardboard box. So let's get into it. All right, so first step, I'm going to do a cardboard box. So this one opens like this, but I'm gonna do it all together. I'm not going to have it unfolded. I'm just gonna have it just like this. So I'm just gonna get the distance measurement and mark it and then engrave it. I'll tell you guys the settings as I go. Already marked it. I'm gonna put this here in the center. I'm just gonna make it a little bit smaller so that it fits inside how I like it. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up here. What settings I found that work for this with my xTool S1 20 watt is to go to the select the materials and use the corrugated cardboard for this one. Okay, so then I'm going to make sure this is set to engrave, and then I'm going to use the settings that I tested. So I'm going to use power 15, speed of 140, one pass, lines per centimeter is going to be 140, and I'm going to keep it on bi-directional, and I'm just going to keep it on grayscale. So I'm going to go to process, and then I'm going to hit start here. All right, so it just finished. And you can see that's how it turned out. Can get you guys a little closer. I'm gonna turn the box over and do it over again. I changed the settings so that it can do it directly from XCS. So let's do that real quick. This time I'm gonna use this other logo that I have, and I outlined the one that I had before, and so I can make it engraved. So basically when you go up here to the corrugated cardboard material settings, you can see that it literally just puts it in for you. So let me take it off of this so you guys can see real quick. So those settings that I told you before, if you just use it out of XCS, it literally puts it just like this, so you don't have to do anything specific. You can adjust from here. So I'm just going to go to process. In here it says it's going to take 11 minutes. It takes more minutes to this other one. Oh, because there's both on there. So hold on, let me go back over here, and I'm going to highlight this and change this to not output, and then I'm going to go here. 7 minutes. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller because I don't want to take too long, because I'm just doing a quick video. So I'm just going to make it a little smaller. Let me go back over here, change my settings back to inches. All right. So it says 7 minutes. I made it smaller. It's going to now take 4 minutes. So I'm just going to push start. Okay, so this is after I outlined my original image and had it to go to the settings in XCS without having to adjust them myself. So you can't really see it too good, but I'll come back to you guys when it's done. So as you can see, this way of doing it turns out way better. All right, so let me show you guys this one. Like I said, this one turns out way better. You can see it's a little bit darker compared to this side, but it also might just be that the design is different as well. So let me show you what I meant about outlining it so that you can get it to do the settings through XCS. I'm going to import my image again so I can show you guys what it looks like. So I'm going to import my image. I'm just going to pick one real quick. So when I import it, it looks like this, and it has this big box around it. So what I want to do is to get it to go to this so that it's only the image, the logo itself, and not have this box around it. So how I was able to do that is, like I said, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to change the settings. This is how I can get the outline to go to 0. I always change it to this millimeters first. Then I go to offset, and then I just change this offset to 0. That way it's literally the exact design that I imported. And then I'm going to delete this original one. And then I can do anything with this now. Instead of it only being able to engrave, now I can score it, I can engrave it, I can cut it. So if you guys need to know how to do that, if you ever have something that imports and it only says engrave only, just go ahead and do that offset. Make sure you change your settings to millimeter so you can set it to 0 so it can be exactly the image that you imported. So I just wanted to show you guys that real quick. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so the next one I want to show you guys is this brown craft paper envelope. So I just want to do it on this flap here. So, or I can do it on the front for you guys so you guys can see it larger. So I'm just going to do it in the front here. I'm just going to put it here at the bottom. So for this craft brown paper envelope, I'm going to put this logo on it. I'm just going to center it. And for this one, I'm going to go up here to the materials, select your material settings, and I'm going to change it to this brown craft paper. I want it to be engraved, and then I'm just going to leave the settings how it is because it worked just fine with these. So I'm just going to do process, and it says it's going to take 3 minutes, so we're going to push start. Okay, so like I said, I just left it on the craft brown paper setting in xTool XCS, and this is for the xTool S1 20 watt. So for this, you're going to use power of 15, speed of 140, 1 pass, lines per centimeter is 120, and the engraving mode was bi-directional. Show you guys something real quick. So say if you wanted to continue working on another project while this is going, you can just hit this minimize, and then you can go here and start making like whatever changes that you want to do. All right, so that's done. You can see right there at the bottom. See if I can get you guys a little closer. You can see the engraving. I'll get all of these engraved packaging in better lighting once I'm done, but I just want to show you guys all the settings, but you can see that really good there. All right, so the next one we're gonna do is this manila envelope. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna put it here at the bottom and maybe at the back, since this is where they'll open it up when your customer opens it up. So we're just gonna put it like here on this little flap. I think that'll work good. So I'm just gonna do the same thing, mark it, get the distance measurement, and then set it up. I'll show you guys the settings. So again, I'm going to put this in the area that I marked. Looks like I'm gonna have to reduce the size. I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit so we can see a little better. And then I'm going to center this. All right, and then in this case, the settings for the manila envelope, I'm going to use just the craft paper. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to change the material to this one that says craft paper. And I'm just going to leave it on the settings because this one worked when I did it. So it says it's going to take 2 minutes for this. So I'm going to push start. Okay, so this is for the manila envelope. So in xTool Creative Space, if you choose the material as craft paper, this is the settings for xTool S1 20 watt. The power is 15, speed is 140, passes is 1, lines per centimeter is 120, and the engraving mode is bi-directional. Giving you guys a little close-up as it's engraving. All right, so that's done, and that turned out really nice. I like how that turned out. Let's see if you guys can see that. It's kind of hard to see in the lighting. So like I said, I'll show you guys after it's done. Okay, so we have 2 more to go. So this next one is just going to be these little white envelopes. I got these from Walmart. So I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to put the same logo down here on the bottom. All right, so this one's going to be a little different because in this case, I'm going to be putting in my own settings. So I'm just going to go up here and do unknown material, confirm. So what I'm going to do is for this white paper envelope, I'm going to go over here to this power, make sure it's an engrave. I'm going to change this to 20, speed 140, pass 1, lines per centimeter. I'm going to change this to 140 as well. And then the engraving mode, I'm going to leave it on bidirectional. So I'm going to hit process. And it says it's going to take 2 minutes. So I'm going to hit start. Okay, so again, for this white paper envelope that I got from Walmart, it is going to be power of 20, speed of 140, lines per centimeter 140, 1 pass. Engraving mode is going to be bidirectional. And again, this is for the xTool S1 20-watt laser. You'll have to adjust your settings appropriately for your laser. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys as it's engraving right now. I also wanted to mention to you that you can also put down some magnetic like pieces to hold down your paper because it can blow away. In this case, I don't have anything on there to hold it down, but you guys can go ahead and do that as well if you prefer. All right, so this one's done, and you can really see this one better since it has like the white background. And so that's how that turned out on that envelope. It looks really good. All right, so last but not least, I have some tissue paper. I just cut out a small piece because I didn't need to use the whole huge piece of tissue paper, but I just wanted to show you guys this is that tissue paper that you can put like for your gifting, or if you put it for in your packaging for your business. So for this one, it's so light that I am gonna go ahead and put some stuff down. So I'm just going to use these little pieces that I have left over to hold it down. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get the distance measurement as well as mark the area. And I do this just to make sure that it's lined up correctly. I'm going to do the settings for this one. I want you guys to keep this in mind. This is for pink tissue paper. You may need to adjust the settings if you do this on any other color. If you guys would like to see a video on me trying out different colors, I can do that as well. But for this one, this is specific to the pink tissue paper that I'm using. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure it's set to engrave. For the power, I'm going to set this to 7. For the speed, 140. Lines per centimeter, I'm going to leave at 120. 1 pass and bidirectional. Just going to make sure this one's not turned on, so this one is only on the output. So I'm going to go to process, and it says it'll take about 2 minutes. So I'm going to push start. Okay, so I zoomed into this one so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so again, this is specific to pink tissue paper. You may need to adjust your settings for any other tissue paper color that you want to try out. The power is at 7. The speed is at 140. Lines per centimeter, 120, 1 pass, and the engraving mode is bidirectional. Again, this is for the xTool S1 20-watt laser. Okay, I wanted to get you some shots of it engraving. So this is from the side here. And then you can see from down here it is engraving too. Alright, so it's all done, and this one you can see really good as well. This turned out really good. So this is it. This is the engraving on the tissue paper. Try to get it sideways. Alright, so let me take it inside so you guys can see everything better. Alright, so let me show you. So here is that tissue paper. Actually, it looks good with this background on it. Let's see it better. So here's the tissue paper. You can see it turned out really good. You can see everything very clearly on here. So that turned out really good. This is the white envelope. You can see that turned out really good as well. The bottom of this manila envelope. And I did the bottom of this craft paper envelope. And I did this box. I did this logo on this side. And then I have this other logo on the other side. And everything turned out really good. So thank you guys for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Take care, stay blessed, and please share any of your packaging that you make.